Hey, welcome everybody. This is John Palmer, Dr. Speed Selling. This is Raging Verbalist number 305. I'm on the road, so we hopefully get a good, clean recording of this. Now, today's topic, well, for those who are new to us, thanks for coming by. We have YouTube and Facebook feeds. We do this every Friday. Facebook group is Position to Win Book, Position to Win Book. And go check us out and make sure that you sign up for that. And also hit that subscribe notifications if you want to get a little bit of annoyance. Comment, if you will. Talk about what you think about what I'm raging about. So today we're going to talk about, I think, more of a travel type of thing, especially since people, are going to be traveling for the holidays. And first off, I'm going to talk about using Google Maps. I know there's lots of different apps that are out there. Apple has Maps and Waze and all of these other things, but I use Google Maps for everything. Even if I know where I'm going, I will use Google Maps, and then that way I have a better idea of what's going on and where I might run into some issues. And frankly, it really has become something I don't even get into. If I'm going to drive to an appointment, even though I know how to get there, I wouldn't say blindfolded, but I can get there without any problem. Is that what I always do? Is I plug it in because I live in a world that's not based upon distance. This is Southern California, and it's based upon time because you're always dealing with traffic. Traffic is what's going to be happening all the time. So you got to think about what that traffic looks like, and nothing better than to have it on Google Maps. If you didn't know it, every time I'm logged into Google Maps and I'm driving down whatever freeway I'm driving on, it's automatically updating and telling Google my speed. I know a little big brother thing kind of going on. Some people freak out about that, don't want to do that. But what it does is also tells me other people are on the road, and that gives the sense about, well, hey, this is slowing down, and it goes from blue to yellow to red to, I don't think, I think those are the only three colors, but essentially, red means that you're basically screwed. Now you may say, well, you can see that, but at least you'll kind of know how far it is. It gives you a sense of where you're at. And I have to say that the time estimates, how many more minutes you have and when you're going to arrive is pretty accurate. It's amazing how good it is. I've been using nav systems since 2001, so 24 years. I mean, today most people will take this for granted, but I'm going to tell you why I think Google Maps is good. But I also will tell you about a failure. Also, it may take you on a route or a path that is not obvious, even though we've all done things, but it'll take you places and you go, oh, wait, I never thought about driving that way and what that might be, a better way to go. Sometimes avoiding lots of traffic. I don't know how to change the settings. I'll be blunt. I wish Google was better at that, but again, using Google stuff, there's virtually no documentation. Probably need to go to I don't know, Chat GPT or Gemini or something and say, hey, how the hell do you use this and set this up so it'll go an alternate? I know that's what Waze people do. Usually I'm driving too far for Waze. Waze is much better when you have lots of different alternative ways to go. No pun intended. Uh, but frankly, always understand that reality is always right. So believe your eyes. If it doesn't show up on the nav, it doesn't show up on the nav. So you just got to live with that and deal with that. So I was taking a trip to San Diego recently because I'm now in an undisclosed location in San Diego, and it's familiar. I mean, I've been to this timeshare property many times over the last 20 plus years, but it's not so often that that you shouldn't plug it into the nav because it'll tell you where traffic is slowing down, where things are happening, what's going to take place, approximately when you're going to show up. I wish I had this like 10 years ago. There was a massive shutdown of the freeway because of fires, and I ended up having to get rerouted. And it was crazy, but we didn't have the system we have today. So I wanted to make sure of any possible trips and traps and things that were not going to be that easy. And frankly, we're just sailing along, and I'm just praising the Google gods and saying, well, this is amazingly good and it's working the way it's supposed to do, and all of that until it was great until that final quarter mile. And here I've got a minivan, my Honda Odyssey, filled with my life, and it brought me to where it says, oh, well, here you are. Now you could see the timeshare from the where the nav was trying to take me to, but frankly, this is downtown San Diego. You cannot park anywhere without having a place to like really park. This is now it's not like New York, it's not like Chicago or downtown LA, but it's getting there. So it brought me to where I could see the building and suggested that I park and walk like final 150 yards. So it doesn't take me to now valet parking. No, it doesn't do that. You know, but walk. I mean, I got a whole. I ended up having two luggage carts full of stuff as I travel with my life. So talk about a failure. Now, to me, maybe this is first world whining, bitching, and moaning, but that is a failure in my mind because come on. Now, uh, luckily, I knew the area and aborted where they wanted because I finally realized where they were sending to me, and I went, because again, for reasons unknown to me, the city of San Diego or will rejigger the roads around downtown San Diego. One time they blocked off a street to make it more walking. Thank God they got rid of that insanity. But that's what I think it thought it was going on. So I had to, abort and reconnoiter and figure out a way to get to the final door. Now, luckily, I knew how to do that. And that's important. And that's the message for today, which is, frankly, the lesson is that technology works and technology is great. However, it works until it doesn't. And your expectation should be that you are aware enough and be ready to take charge because that's you're it. And I believe that that's an important lesson for all of us. And luckily, I knew exactly where I needed to go and how I needed to move around because it is always on you to make sure that that you do what you need to do. Watching the last weeks with the government shutdown in the U.S. and people having trouble traveling, all I can say is it's on you, And when I see people in airports going, well, I don't know, I don't have any alternative. Well, okay, it's on you. All right, don't expect that somebody's going to get you to where you need to go, even if it's technology. Now, will technology continue to improve? Yes. Will Google Maps figure this out? Yeah. Oh, it should get better, but over time, we will see it improve. But is it the best that it can ever be? No, I don't think so. But the lesson of today is that it's on you. It's there. So I lead by saying, be safe, be smart, and be ready when you travel because we have travel coming up. One of the busiest travel times in the U.S. is coming up with the Thanksgiving holidays. And all I can say is practice the following things. Make sure that you do planning, make sure that you have patience, and most importantly, understand that you may need alternatives to get to where you need to go. And sitting around and whining like a sniveling little bitch in an airport or in your vehicle or whatever it is doesn't get you there at all. Work the problem, don't complain about it. And with that, this has been the Raging Verbalist, number 305. I'm John Palmadocia, Dr. Speed Selling, saying go out there and travel, but travel smart and make sure that you always understand that you're the one driving the proverbial bus in your life. Until next week, this is the Raging Verbalist, and we're out.